Wow. Hello. We're back. It's the same day. I'm nothing's different though. Not uh last time the game turned off. So let's turn the game back on. Yeah.
You have returned to me.
Oh,
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
yeah. I guess make me forget, man.
She asked that I tell you to remember her.
Oh.
You won't.
That scared the fuck out of me. she asked that she asked that I tell you to remember her. You won't. Fuck, dude. That was hardcore. uh Everything goes dark and you die. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's keep going. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wow.
You're here to slay her.
Wow.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wow. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Do I need to remind you of the Dictator Blue incident?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Let's do like we did the first time, because I think that one got overwritten.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Yeah, because now she's gonna do the whole mommy voice thing at us.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp.
Yeah.
A hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Yeah.
If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
No, nothing. No, nothing. Oh.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Okay.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Okay.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat.
Yeah, it's true.
Don't you dare.
I'm doing it.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands.
Not trembling.
And drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yeah.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
You coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Okay. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Is that why the thing at the end is all arms? Fuck.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No. You're apparently going to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
That's the same thing she said when she was being sweet. I honestly think she's probably, like, telling the truth about that now.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, and if I'm to be honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am to them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'll check upstairs. Maybe the key's lying around somewhere.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
No!
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what
Blah.
happens if you do that.
Save the princess by
Against
cutting
your
her
better
arm.
judgment,
Ah!
You place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh.
Look at my hands, dude.
The blade is sharp, and you make
Ugh.
quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh, luckily I've already done this. So you just gotta scroll and you gotta go to warn. But that's kind of cool. If you do a thing you've already done, they like kind of get it out. That's pretty neat. It's not letting me warn her. But I never got to see the other one. Oh man. I don't wanna. It won't let me warn her. But I never got to see that path though. That brought me to chapter 2, the prisoner, last time. And I never got to see that path because I did the thing where I backed away into the forest. Man.
You bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. Okay. There's no going back now. Though the blade left a deep gash in her shoulder, she barely so much as flinches,
I'm sorry.
turning around to stare at you incredulously.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry.
I don't know what came over you, but if we're doing this, I guess I'll have to kill you.
I'm sorry.
Do you think I need both of my arms to do that? I can beat you to death with one.
I'm sorry.
But I don't have to tell you that. I'll go ahead and show you.
I'm sorry.
As the blade falls from your trembling hands, the princess rears back, readying a bone-shattering haymaker. You fall to your knees, barely able to process the ringing in your ears before she hits you again. Every blow is as punishing as the first. You feel bones shatter with every impact, unknown ruptures blossoming with blood somewhere inside of you.
Oh man.
If we're lucky, the wound you manage to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, we'll kill her before she gets out.
Oh, too weak to even try fighting back. How disappointing.
I wasn't trying.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you down to the ground. Her knee falls to your throat, your windpipe crushed beneath a weight you didn't think her slight form could possibly possess. It can't just end like this, right? I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The tower. Yeah, I never got to see the prisoner path. I'm sad.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat. We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything.
A new voice!
In this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world.
Okay.
Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
Is there gonna be a mirror?
The interior
Yeah.
of the cabin is larger
Also,
and more
what the
grandiose
fuck?
than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Hey, the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Yeah.
The door to the
Oh, it's
basement
a
creaks
spiral.
open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, You almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Okay.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now,
Oh, I didn't mean to click.
it doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
Are we like
Soon
really
the end
small?
comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom,
Oh.
entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers
Oh.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
Hi.
You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Ah. Yeah, okay.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you had better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
I mean,
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
is that supposed to be a horror game? What's going on now?
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk? The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs. I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new, and the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Okay.
It's time for me to seize my destiny, and you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It does. But why did she say the last time we met? That's not right. That can't be right.
She's right. We've been here before.
Well, not here specifically.
And we've died here before. Pitifully. We might as well do what she asks of us and help her. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
He's being melodramatic, but the point stands. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? Well, I'll be damned. That's not good. Okay, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done.
Snoo.
The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
What happened to you after I died?
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird.
Fuck you. What happened to you?
There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal. It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest,
perhaps, or a pet.
Fuck it, I'm down.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent? All you need to do now is break my chains.
Okay.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say.
No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
She's so hot, narrator.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong, trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
You say something before that? No, okay, you didn't. Okay. Okay.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
Yo, she's got you pegged, narrator.
No. What are you
Later,
talking
she
about?
got
I'm
me
just-
pegged.
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Rise, my little bird.
Did the narrator just get fucking destroyed?
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
Okay. Your one eye is going all freaky.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Okay.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Okay.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a eldritch hand deity that wants to, like, take you or whatever. I probably should have mentioned that. But you do not take our hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's gonna be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. I don't want to look at us.
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Yeah, that's fine, dude.
A mercy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. It's me again. Hello, me. You've grown. I've what? You find yourself in a long quiet once again. You're at the cabin. Hey, babe.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Yeah, you're like really tall.
Whenever you are ready,
I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Okay. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
These paths lead to worlds you've already seen.
That's not
and
true, though!
perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now. Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
I guess I have to look that other one up later or something. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
I guess that's true. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
That fucking sound, man. Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path. You're
Yep.
here to...
Okay, thanks for telling me what to
Don't
do.
mention it. It's all part of the job.
No problem, bud.
You make your way up. The
So I'm guessing it
interior of
won't
the
let me
cabin
take
is
this
almost
now.
Entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Oh, it does.
You take... Her voice...
Who's there?
She said, don't let it...
Just checking.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Hey, what's up?
You walk down the stairs, lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, you caught me. I'm here to kill you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Nah.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Not if I throw it at you.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Let's go.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Uh-oh.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
We did it!
Is it over? Really over?
We did it! Of course not. That was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
You're right, she's dead. Let's get out of here.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Let's just
Your work
leave.
done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Ah, it's fine.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin
Everything
door,
is fine.
ready to return to a world
Everything is
saved
fine.
from certain doom.
Now I'm about to die.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Fuck.
Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Shit.
What?
Uh-oh, I skipped.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Narrator, I don't like you. Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning.
Yay!
Please shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Woo! We did it! We saved everything!
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh! I see! They just said no. You're not happy. Maybe I'm not happy, and I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here, though you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Uh-oh.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
How dare!
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't using the blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
People die when they are killed.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
I saw that we still had Snip going, and it had the name of the last song that I was listening to, so I got rid of it. Sorry, I noticed after 40 minutes.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Okay.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
That's true. You better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Okay.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss?
Nope.
You ingrate.
I would like to see more things in this room. And 2 princesses.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Okay.
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Neat.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Yay!
The end. Nice knowing you.
Yay! The Spectre. Ooh.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard. You're here. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Ah.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before...
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are 2 very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yeah?
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
That is true. The hero told us to do that.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Oh.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Dude, the cold speaking facts.
Just stay focused, will you? A warning. She will lie.
She won't be a problem.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
You walk up to the wall next to the base.
What are you talking about?
You reach forward,
But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Well, let's take the knife.
you take
This whole cabin's different than last time.
Very different.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess.
Okay.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Alright, if you say so.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. The room below is silent.
I feel like this is gonna be bad.
Nobody's here. Naturally.
As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
We did it!
A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
It's just like I told you.
Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh yes, is that right there?
Two deep-set
Hey.
eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin.
Well, I can't kill a ghost.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
The cold is so cold.
It's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
She's pretty cute still.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Fuck it, yeah.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Nah.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Huh?
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Slay the princess harder. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
Sure.
After all, you owe me.
Sure.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
I'm down.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Sure, let's do it.
The princess swings through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Thanks for the body, killer.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest.
I'm guessing this would be the only way to get her
flowing out from your heart,
with hand
all the
lady,
way
right?
down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Okay.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm... a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yeah, it's exhausting.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there, like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
That's rude.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Hold up. I missed out on one. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen. Okay.
And setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone.
Yeah!
Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
Yeah!
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
To the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally! Finally!
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. You collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Alright, let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
Yay! You feel a tightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Guessing not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
No problem. Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Hands!
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again.
Why is it here? Why now?
Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. You've withered. I don't like that I grew last time and now I'm withering. Hey, babe.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart.
That's cute.
Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
Okay. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Okay, well. You don't have any preferences for how you'd like to change and grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlet. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
Okay. Well. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time.
Here's the
for
big
us to meet
noise.
again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path. You're here to sleep. You make your way up the
Ah! Body Eater with a raid. Hello.
The interior of
How
the
you guys
cabin is
doing?
almost entirely bare.
Thank you very much
air
for
is
the
stale
raid.
and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
We're
The
playing.
only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
We're playing some Slay the Princess. You just finished this game. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm sure doing something, man. When it comes to this game, I don't know if I understand much yet. I think I accidentally locked myself out of one of the routes as well, which is kind of weird. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything bad. We'll see. Yeah, this is really interesting. It's a very interesting game. I enjoy it. Yeah, hope you guys have fun over there. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with me. I don't know what to expect this time because I've done.
The blade is
Will it
your
still let me get the
instrument.
blade?
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah.
You take the blade from the...
So I brought the blade down here 3 different times and got
door
3
to the
different people.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh, Shavebox gifted us out to Body Eater. Thank you very much, my dude. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
So yeah, I hope that you guys don't mind. I've already heard this about 4 times now. So I will probably be
Good.
clicking through
You're
some
still
of it.
listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's
Hello.
a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so cold.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, nuh-uh. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how... Don't you dare. It's fine.
We tightened our
Blade
grip last
tumbles
time,
out of your trembling hands,
so I guess we gotta go talk to her
drops the
this time.
floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to...
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh. Okay, I don't know what all we can do differently. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I wish I could just tell her, wish you could just tell her, like, why. Do you know why?
That laugh. I think I'm in love.
Stop it.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't even know why I'm down here, or how I got here. I was kind of hoping you might be able to shed some light on the whole situation.
You probably still won't tell me her name, so I guess we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I guess I'm getting you out of here.
You have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked...
Oh, I'll go check upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the
I
basement.
haven't
but
actually
the door at the top
tried
of
going to the
stairs
door.
slams shut. Is someone else here?
Out the
You
door?
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Let me out.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Hey,
I
babe.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, he sucks.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, so I can't try to save her anymore, so I have to slay.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed, and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again.
Help, I'm getting
each
beat
blow
up!
Stronger than the last, shattering bone
Help!
and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Yeah!
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet.
Oh, do I gotta like move my hand to it? No.
Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
I guess we finish the job, or do we run for the stairs? I'm gonna finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there?
Oh.
If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
I guess neither of us really thought that one through, eh?
This was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder.
Yeah?
Do you really think this is the end?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're both dying, so...
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary. Okay, are we like in a rival
You're on
hate
a path in the
freaking
woods,
boner relationship
and
now?
at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
But I just already slew the princess. I'm pretty sure she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her, and that if you
I
doesn't
did.
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? That's fine.
Stubborn!
It doesn't matter
The
if
new
you can
guy!
hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Yeah, I think we're in like a super rival hate boner relationship now.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
All right, let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Okay.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its
Ooh.
exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, there's a mirror.
You walk up to the wall next. What are you talking about? You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. So all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Okay, the voice of the stubborn's funny. Take the blade.
You take the blade from.
Ooh, I like the door opening sound effect.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping
We're gonna see
from
like
below
Orc
is
Mommy down
heavy
here
and
now?
oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As
Let's
much as I
go!
appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about as you descend the final step. The
Demon
form of the
mommy!
princess comes into view. a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes! I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Look, I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Okay.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Alright, fine. I believe you.
What?
What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die. I'm going to take that silence as a sign that from this moment on, you're going to treat the task before you with the utmost importance and seriousness.
Maybe.
I'm so glad that we're finally all on the same page.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Yeah. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
Yeah, all right.
Finally ready to complete your desperate task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count all right.
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood.
Haha.
But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
So she could have just snapped her frickin' things.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
You're right. I'm being mean.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
You're right.
If that's your plan, then that's your plan. Push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more.
I want the princess to like me.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum. your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Nope, keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other. Her
Stubborn
fiery
gets it.
eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Yeah. I love I do and then lie I do. I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win.
Yeah.
Even if it takes us forever to get there.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
We're fine.
You barely have
We're
enough time to
fine.
focus before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
Yeah.
She tosses it at your feet.
Why don't you jump with the gun a little here? We each died once. It doesn't mean we're immortal. Were you being metaphorical when you said nothing exists outside of us? There's more to the world than just this cabin. I saw trees and everything on the way here. Don't you want to be free, though? Isn't there more to life than walking up chained in the basement and fighting to the death in an endless loop? Actually, I think I'm done fighting you. I don't think this is healthy for either of us. Nope, pick up the blade and fight again. That's what we do.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be. No!
Right. We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Attack her again.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage.
And then we get...
And then we get up.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is...
What is this place?
Bye, demon mommy.
Did we do this?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
Princess stumbles and her body slumps.
I feel so tired.
She's gone. Where did she go? Oh, there's that.
We're going once again. Always makes it. You see in it? What do we get? You've unraveled. I thought it was me like, you got buff.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There are trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have thoughts about this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels have one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know it for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One.
Oh!
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me.
be singular, a final multitude.
I guess we'll continue. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
And then the sickening crack.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path. You're here to... You may... The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, I don't think I do.
The door to the basement, her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot...
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
I wish I could just imagine to break them right here like I did before.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
I'll go check upstairs.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to... Is someone else... You try the door. You shout. You're here to... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a
Yeah.
slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Oh, locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh. I can warn her again!
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm trying!
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
I know.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Okay.
She plunges it into your
Aww.
chest, tearing through flesh and sin. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Why you gotta be so mean, dude?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. Ah, I was hoping to be the prisoner again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Yeah, a terrible sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it...
Yes, he didn't approve
The
of
smitten.
us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
If we're here to save our beloved.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love.
I'll have
The
you
four
know
of us
that
will
we
be
are in
foiling
love and
any
there's
and
nothing
all
you can do about
assassination
it.
attempts you've got in the works.
I want this to be Quintus now. So all the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
I would.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Go to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
I love
It's
him.
your
This is my
lies that
favorite.
Can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do. But I also speak from the heart.
I do.
My
I love it.
passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind.
This is
Focus
my
on the
favorite one.
task
This is my
at hand.
favorite voice.
The interior of the
Oh.
cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The blade is your implement.
Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next. What are you talking about? You reach for, but there was,
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
We don't need a knife.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the a soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now.
This should be
Taking
whenever
this a
they're in
little too
orc.
far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't
That's
come
me.
back.
I'm the dashing hero.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
That's right, villain.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
No.
We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
I can.
Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Oh, okay. Does she have anime eyes? Well, alright.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains.
Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Exactly.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a
Hold on.
passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward
courageously.
and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Ha!
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I was you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
It's true.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Uh-oh.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Ah! There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
I'm glad that the weird, creepy music went away.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it.
I will.
Moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs.
She's so cute.
And, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech. And... the lock clicks and the door
breaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs and...
The blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
You're not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step out. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
We did it. Now you're gonna
Where did
join the
everything
Eldritch
go?
Hands.
Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Feathers.
She's gone. Where did she go? And is that a mirror?
It's gonna be okay. Just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. I'm a big bird!
I think you know what I am.
Oh. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. Another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. I've met you many times. Have you been the same? You been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Every time I ask you something, a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
What's the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting ground, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can, so I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Does anyone know about this? Does anyone know about us?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die.
If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
I think you're out of time.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and ancient god. And it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Hey, babe. How you doing?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
You're a bunch of yous crawling on each other. It's kind of weird.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
You're kind of like what I imagined Arceus to be, but like biblically accurate with all your 1,000 hands bullshit. I missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Did you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
There's so many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite.
There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Yeah. I think it's time to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Well, it's been fun. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
I love you. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. This face can't even see it. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Well, you and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you always have been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Yay! We did it! Woo! It wasn't really a scary game. I know they said it was a horror game, but like, there were only a couple of times that it was really a horror, you know? But like, it was definitely spooky. Like, I like this kind of spooky. There was very minimal jump scares aside from sounds. And it was extremely interesting. Very good, very narrative. Existential horror, spoopy. Yeah, it was just a little spoopy. I liked it. Here's your track order for special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Special playlist. Screenshot. I guess I'll do that. Let me save it in my thing real quick. I don't know what that means, but we'll see, I guess. Make your playlist. Oh. Open spoofy. Ah. Ah. There's so many songs. I'm guessing it wants me to just take these to make a playlist. That's interesting. I might do that in a bit. I'm gonna save that to the library. I'll check that out later. We did it. That was fun. I guess we will. I'll probably upload this, yeah. So I'm guessing that I can go back and play things now and maybe see some of the other princesses I didn't see before. But I probably won't do that on like a stream or anything, unless like people ask me to or something. Yeah. Last you saw was a princess walking outside. Don't worry, I'll upload it this weekend and then you can watch it there, or you can watch it here. If, I mean, you're subscribed, yeah, you can watch it here. I mean, you don't even have to be subscribed actually, right? Just finish up on the VOD whenever we leave. But this was fun. I had a lot of fun and I hope you guys had a lot of fun as well. We were doing a lot of cool, fun stuff. I have a whole bunch of new songs I can play. Maybe they won't get me demonetized or muted. That'd be fun. I'd love to throw them in places because they do seem rather nice and spoopy. Hi. You didn't have to do that. We could probably play Scarlet Hollow at some point. That might be fun. But yeah. We're gonna go ahead and head off here. Hope you guys have a good time. And until next time, guys, like always, better days. Bye-bye.